Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I just wanted to do a quick video around the Castles game. They did an AMA yesterday. So I wanted to go ahead and cover the main items that I thought came out of that AMA session. It was about an hour long, so I'm going to try and squeeze this into ten minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in there. There's three main categories that they went over that I wanted to cover. First of all, was one that I thought was hilarious. When I initially saw this, I thought it was a collaboration between Castle and Farmers World. I did not realize it was a slight bit of trolling and slight joke towards Farmers World, which I find hilarious. Just the fact that they have so many chainsaws and aren't doing anything about it. What the Castle's team has done is started an event where you can burn your chainsaws on Nifty and go ahead and get a castle pack from it. It's limited time. It pops up every now and then. But I just thought it was hilarious, and I'm glad he went through the process of explaining that on the call because that's great. All right, the next thing I wanted to cover was around crafting, around the wonders and the barons. He did, during the call, he did mention a number of things around the crafting events that are coming up here, including the lumberjack that's going to be kicking off here on the 24th. The cost that's here to do it is pretty straightforward. They don't think that's going to change. The one thing that I wasn't aware of, for some reason, I thought you could only make one lumberjack, but you can make as many lumberjacks as you want, as you have the finances to do. And that goes with all the crafting, all the wonders, and all of these types of characters. If you want 100 of them and you have the means to do it, you can go ahead and craft them. You can sell them. You can keep them. You can use to produce. I thought that was pretty neat. So that kind of changes my mindset a little bit as far as moving forward. Instead of just targeting to do one and saving up for one, it actually makes sense to do multiple if you can do that, and that may be my approach here going forward. And that'll be the same with all of them as you go down the row with all the different wonders that you can create. In addition to that, he did mention that the first one that's going to be coming up here, let me find it, which is the Royal Courthouse. Um, the question that was going around was that 50% 50% give back is coming from both the in-game sales. If you go in-game and you see right here, you'll see if you purchase there, 50% of it comes back to the owners of this wonder. And in addition, in Nifty, there is also uh, a place where you can purchase seals here. Right here's the spot. If you do it from there too, that also gets credited back to those that own that wonder. So it's pretty neat. It does not include any secondary market sales on Atomic Hub because that's out of their hands. It's not something that they're selling, but it does increase it. It pretty much doubles the amount of uh, seal sales that they're doing, which is great. All right. The next thing I wanted to talk about was around the Barons. They had a sale previously about the Barons, which I thought was the only one that they were going to have. They did mention that there is going to be a second sale of Barons because if you go over to Atomic Hub, they are ridiculously priced right now. So this second sale is going to be April 1st. It's going to be $249 in wax. They're going to, as of right now, it's going to be 64 barons that they're going to sell. They're going to do a whitelist similar to what they did previously, as far as you need to own at least one land or one type of NFT for the game in order to be whitelisted. They're going to take a look to see if they need to make that more not as broad. For example, they could use a certain number of tokens, a certain number of lands. So that will be coming, and they'll define those whitelist a week prior to the April 1st sale. So that was another big thing that came out of it. And then just in general, he was talking a lot about the Explorers Guild, the wonder that's coming up here in the future. This one right here. He said he was extremely excited about it. Wouldn't give us a lot of details, but he said this one's actually going to be a whole lot more exciting than the courthouse, mostly because of the way it's going to be handled. It's going to be more of a strategic. You do get lands if you go through and you read the details, but the way they're doing it is different. And he hinted at it, but wouldn't actually tell us what was going on with that. So kind of cool. And I say kind of cool, I mean, it's pretty cool. The Wonders is going to be a fun thing coming in the future. Wonders and the limited time crafting events. And the last thing that he went through a lot of other stuff, but this was the last thing that really jumped out at me was around the dungeons. And this is a future feature, dungeoning. He mentioned that this is going to be a super cool uh, addition to the current Castles game. This is where it's going to be in the Castles game itself, but it's going to be kind of separate a little bit. There are going to be some NFTs that you can use in both sides of the house. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of strategy. He even mentioned potential different classes, roles or jobs. He didn't really he hinted at classes, but didn't give a lot of details around that. He also mentioned that there could be things like dragons and the that it could be a slow rollout that could start in early summer. But my guess that it kind of implied that it wouldn't be completely rolled out until Q3 of this year. And there's a lot of details around that. He seems super excited about that. He kept wanting to say stuff, but he wasn't able to say it just because it's too early. They're still going through the process. They did mention that there is a chance that they could do testers for this. Those testers would be people that establish their stuff in the community, not just anyone, not just a generic list of rules, but to some, it would be, you essentially be selected for your role in the Discord and helping others and being involved, which was kind of fun to read. Overall, I thought it was a really good AMA. A lot of the details were slightly vague, just because we're still early, and a lot of the new features that will be coming out. I'm assuming there's going to be more AMA, especially as we get closer. Even though it was overall, there's a lot of vague details. There's a lot of great information that gets you excited about the game. I know they're going to have a full recording of this, so I implore you to go ahead and check that out. But these were the key features. The joke around the chainsaw blend, the crafting and barons, I thought was great updates, and the dungeons. I'm excited to hear more about that. So I hope you all like this kind of video, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you. Bye.